You guys have no idea what I've been through.
This is DB, and you're watching the next episode.
All that I'm about to say, it's all coming in full circle, literally 5 years to the date. And the number 5 is so important because 5 means change, and things have changed. There's so many things that people don't know about me, don't understand. There's a lot of misconceptions, misunderstandings, and perceptions that were placed on me through family and friends through the course of the past 5 or 6 years that I just am ready to release and talk about finally. People think certain things about me because they just see that I keep on trying, keep going for it, maybe because of my age, maybe the genres that I choose to be a part of. It's so hard to be an independent artist these days, or at any point, especially at my age. And there's just so many things that I want to disclose, like I said, that have happened in my life, but to really inspire other people to, my main thing is just to never give up. And my testimony is so big, and my life, things have happened, like crazy things have happened in my life where people would just want to give up or say enough is enough, I can't do this anymore, I don't want to do this anymore, or really care about what other people think. And I've just forced myself to say, I'm not going to let the devil win. I'm a winner. I've always been a winner, and anything that I touch always turns to gold. It's just that life happens, and when it happens to me, it hits harder than anyone can imagine. No matter how many times life has knocked me down, and I've questioned and said, hey, maybe there isn't a God. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. Maybe I should quit. Maybe I, should do this or should do that. But deep down inside, I know that that's not correct. And I can see past all of the chaos and turmoil and, turbulation that happens around me as to why I need to keep going. I've always been a believer in, and I used to tell people this all the time, I don't care that you question what I do or why I do it or judge me for it. I know when God speaks to me and tells me what I'm supposed to be doing, I know why things are delayed. I know why things are happening. And it's just because it is what I'm meant to do. Strength is through the chaos. Strength is through going through things and coming out the other end. It's not just about being like, oh, I'm strong enough to do anything, or I'm a strong person. I realize that I think I'm a weak person most of the time. But I see my true strengths in getting through the bad. And I've really been through it. I honestly should be dead right now. In 2020, I think it was springtime or summertime, I had been assaulted by a well-known artist and actor. I went on a trip with them, and it didn't end well. I ended up coming back earlier. It was during COVID. I was already in a very toxic environment with my family and somewhat friendships as well. And where I was in life, I had already been through a death in the family, a huge breakup, and it was all weighing heavy on me. And then when I was assaulted, and because I was living in such a toxic environment, I could not talk about it. I didn't feel safe talking about things. There was never any communication in my family throughout my whole entire childhood. I was never felt safe enough to talk about it, or anything at all. I always just very much dealt with things myself and just really submerged myself in music or anything creative or anything that I was going on, or, relationships and everything like that. So I didn't feel comfortable enough or safe enough to talk about it. I thought I was going to be judged. I thought I was going to be pushed down. And I'm the type of person that no matter if someone does something to me or I got into an argument or whatever, I always look at myself and where I needed to take responsibility. I don't blame myself for what happened, but I know what I could have done better. And coming from a place of, I was raped in my late 20s. So, I was beaten by boyfriends and things like that. So I grew up kind of like well, that's what men do. And, that's kind of things that just happen. And so, like, suck it up and move forward, and I just never felt that anyone was really going to be there for me to say, or hug me and say, you're okay, or we're going to get them back, or, we're going to go to court or whatever. And I didn't do anything at that time because I was just there to really exercise and be there, to see what goes on behind the scenes and kind of just like experiment and, understand and learn and be around these types of people. And so I didn't want to be blacklisted. I didn't want to have my name out there or, have to fly to another state and go to court, for the situation. And then these things started to trickle. And because I was in such a toxic environment, when I wrote my life, I wanted to release it. And when I released it on July 1st, I then was involved in a huge argument in my household and winded up being rejected and kicked out from my family in the process of me releasing this and starting video footage at that time. So this video footage has been around since a few months before the song even came out. This is all in hopes to share and inspire what I went through, and that no matter what you go through in life, you have to keep going. But I will say this, the most important thing is to really pay attention to yourself, and no matter what, learn from it and heal. The song My Life, when I wrote it, I had waited, my sister was moving out, so during COVID, I put together a whole at-home studio in my basement, which was another huge argument and a big thing in my household, because it was like, to many, I think they saw that, I kept going for it and kept doing it. And I don't think that they pretty much understood. Like, I had been on the radio and I was like, all right, I got to go further for this. And so I decided to put a studio downstairs in my basement. I invested into it and I was listening to some beats. And as soon as I played this beat, all I kept hearing was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So I kept doing that, and I just said, okay, I'm going to write a song about that it's my life, and I'm going to do what I want to do because it's my life. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what it is deep down inside. I know why I do the things that I do. I know why I work the jobs that I do. And I'm going to do whatever it takes because I know what I'm meant to do. And I'm not going to settle for anything less. The video concept came about because at the time everyone started to do like these dance reels, and they were like, doing it to well-known music or, commercial music, or just, people, dancers out there. I mean, this is during COVID time, so everybody's just on TikTok doing these moves or whatever. So I just said to myself, okay, I'm going to go down the block to, a dance school, and I'm going to see if someone can help me create some dance moves for the hook of my life. I went to Central Park Dance to have them create a choreography for me, and there was the girl Juliet, and she put together this great choreography and understood like what I was trying to do and what I needed. And it was so much fun. I was in dance school as a little girl. I was a cheerleader, and like it was just brought back like a lot of old memories. And it was so much fun. And I had cosmetic surgery. So like in the beginning of this, I couldn't really lift my arms like really high. So like you'll see in the music video that like, you'll see why like I'm not really going that high. Like I look crazy, but it was all the point of the video. Like this is my life. This is my crazy life. And like, no matter what I was going through at home, like no one understood like why I was so wiped out, because I was healing from my surgery and coming home so exhausted from trying to learn this choreography. And it was absolutely hilarious. And I had so much fun doing it and creating it and going home. And then I'd be in my room. I'd have to wait for like everybody to get out of the house so I could like play the song and like do these videos in like my dressing room. And like it was just wild and fun, and literally I just felt like I was making fun of myself the whole time, which I think is super important to just like make fun of yourself before anyone else can. type of situation. And yeah, they were a blessing to me, and they worked with me, and the choreography it came out great. I really wanted to be like the behind the scenes of what goes on in my life to create what I do. And a lot of people, I think that it's just so easy, or that it comes easy, and it's not. I was always said, well, I don't have enough money to do this, I don't have enough money to do that, and I would push really, really hard and work 2 jobs or do this or do that. Sometimes I think you just really need to have the belief that you can get it done. I always had this quote, or this thing around me where it's like, you have everything that you need. You just need to open up your eyes and see what it is that you have and work with it. You can get it done. You just need to believe that you can do it, and do it. Every other video was just so well polished and so like high up there, and like, it looked like I spent a lot of money, which I did, but it looked like above the budget point of where I was at. So this for me was just very like real and raw, and kind of just like, hey, it's possible. I shot this with my phone, and I can do this myself and make it very real and very raw, and just kind of like make fun of myself. It was during COVID time, so it just made so much sense, which is the frustration that came over the past 5 years of like me just being like, oh, I just want to put this out. Did it surpass the time? And, now it's like over with, but it's not over till the fat lady sings. The reason why I'm putting it out 5 years later is because I'm a big believer in just getting the job done no matter what. And I think because I had such a hard time throughout the past 5 years, every single time I put time aside to edit my videos or try to do it myself, I had to then get up and move. I had to move 4 or 5 times in 3.5 years. And when you don't have a firm foundation to build off of, you're constantly delayed, you're constantly pushed back. And because I was rejected and pushed out of my household and my family, I was nonstop working. Whenever I needed another shift while I was waitressing, I took it, and, if I spent 3 days, had an idea of 3 days to get the job done, and then had to pick up those extra shifts to pay the bills or just to have extra in cash in hand, it was then delayed another week, then delayed a month, then delayed this and delayed that. And then when I moved one time, I found someone to actually get the project done. It didn't work out, and then I had to move again. So a year later, I meet someone whom I'm like, this person can take it on, whom is Babbly Bird. And she just knew exactly what I wanted without me even really saying much. She just understood the concept. And so I'm releasing it now because it's time. This is the time. I felt it. I knew it. And you know what? The devil tried to take my foundation from me again. I was supposed to be moving right now again. And I was like, great, now I'm not going to be able to put this out because I'm going to be worried about packing up and moving. And now I'm going to have to delay it again. But, like I said before, God is good and everything happens for a reason. And now is the time. When I released the song, there was so much chaos and toxicity and turmoil in my life. And I think because of the lack of communication or me not being safe, to the point where I stopped telling people when I'd have photo shoots or when I would be doing anything, sneaking off, like putting stuff in my car in the middle of the night so I can wake up in the morning and go do what I have to do, because there was so much judgment and so much pushback at that point for whatever reason. Like, you just need to stop this, and like kind of say to yourself, like, give up or let it go or and whatnot. And I think also people, because I didn't speak on the things that were bothering me, or I didn't talk about it, and there was a lot of misunderstandings, there was a lot of perceptions going on about me, and I just came to a point where I was so anxious and stressed out all the time, that I really like shut down in a lot of ways, and probably lashed out at times for no reason. I honestly sometimes don't even remember a lot of that time. All I kept focusing on was just like, I had just had a narrow mind of get it done, get it done. It's like almost like I knew there was going to be such a big blow up that I had this like straightforward mindset of like get it done and put this out and do whatever you need to do because it may all come to an end. Who the hell knows? I think many people too at that time when I did leave home that I wasn't going to continue, that they were the foundation as to why I did what I did. There is no one on this earth, there is no reason other than God as to why I continue to do what I do. He supplies me everything. I don't have to worry about anything. I am human. I do worry. That's okay. But when you have a strong mind and a strong will, you will get the job done and he will make it a path for you. And I think that that's also a struggle for people to understand many times that how the hell does she get it done? Who's backing her up? Who's supporting her? She got a sugar daddy? Whose dick is she sucking? Like, it's just always something. You could be, I mean, when I left, had to live with my girlfriend for 3 weeks. And while I was in this chaotic turmoil event, I was shooting videos at her house. I was still waking up like the huge fight happened on a Saturday night. Monday morning, I was at 9 a.m. with my trainer. Like was anxiety driven. I was stressed, but I was there to work. No matter what was going on in my life, I just did what I needed to do because I think that was the only thing that was going to keep me off from jumping off the edge. Because throughout the whole time of COVID and toxicity, I was suicidal. I was assaulted. I was raped 2 years before. I had a loss of a boyfriend. I mean, you name it, I've been through it. I was suicidal. I, wasn't able to handle it mentally. I was freaking out. I was being put through a lot from my family and being, very much judged upon. And it was just, I was constantly fighting to defend myself. And I just didn't want to defend myself anymore. It was just like, all right, I'm shutting down. I'm not telling anybody what I'm doing. I'm going to keep everything quiet. I'm going to spend as much money as I can to get what I need to get done because something's about to happen. And it did. And as I'm staying at my friend's house for 3 weeks, she's getting phone calls from my family. They want to have an intervention. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a drug addict. And she's like, I talk to the girl every day. The girl wakes up, goes to the gym, comes home, is on the computer, shooting videos. She goes to work. I didn't even tell anyone that I had a job at the time. And my grandmother, I had 2 losses. My grandmother had died 21, early 21. I was her caregiver. So I was basically working from home. When that ended, I was cooking dinner morning, afternoon, and night, taking care of my family, cleaning the house, doing whatever I needed to do for my family, plus doing for me. I just hit a wall and I was like, I just want to breathe. And then I had cosmetic surgery during that time. And then, like I said, was rejected and kicked out of my family. And listen, I'm not blaming everybody else. Like I say, you have to take responsibility for the things that you do. I know where I went wrong. I know what I did wrong. But there is nothing on this earth that will ever stop me for going after my dreams, because now I didn't have to just prove it to them. I wanted to prove it to myself. At the end of the day, I truly believe that when you start something, you have to and must finish it, no matter how long it takes you. You are going to have delays. You are going to have pushback. You are going to have people who don't believe in you. You are going to have people who judge you. A lot of times that took me into a spiral because I, in the beginning when I started, I did take a lot of their opinions into what I did. And I did question myself. And then eventually I realized it just came from jealousy, envy, or them not even wanting to understand or seeing that you're not the same person that they're used to dealing with. And sometimes they don't know how to deal with your type of being. I honestly think there should be a program started for people who have artists in their family, because it is a different type of dynamic. I feel like, there's always that one person in the family that is completely different and opposite than everybody else. And it's not just the norm, waking up 9 to 5, graduating from school and, getting into their field of career. Being an artist or dealing with an artist is not the easiest thing. So I completely understand that. I know what it feels like to not fit in, to be the black sheep of the family. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is that not enough of us are getting together and knowing that we are the black sheep. Like, we should just start like a black sheep, cult or something. Because, I think it's super important that you have to understand that when you don't fit in, don't try to continue to fit in. You don't need them to like you. You have to like yourself and find the people to surround yourself with, so you know where you fit in and that's where you belong. Doesn't mean that you have to X those people out. Doesn't mean that you don't ever have to talk to them. Family's family, but learn your boundaries. Learn and understand that you can't say certain things to certain people or let them in on what you're doing, and just keep it to yourself, and that's it. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. And I think that the most important thing, if you're in my position or a position that's similar to mine, is that it's important to, and I wish I would have done this earlier, to really prioritize your mental health, because that is the most important. Because like I said, I was in a place where I was like, I'm being rejected from everywhere. I'm being rejected from my dreams. Things are delaying. Things are happening. I'm being rejected from my family. I'm being rejected from my friends. And it's very, very much important to find the space to prioritize your mental health and find the people that are going to help you to kind of just straighten out. Because in my experience, I did reach out. Like, I even called my mother one day, a few times actually, and said, hey, Ma, I'm having a hard time. Like, I can't live in this house anymore. Like, I'm literally going to slit my throat. Like, I'm going to commit suicide. Like, I'm going to down a bottle of pills. Like, I can't stay here anymore. I need help. And nothing was done. And it was just, I felt very unsafe and just very I'm in a place where people want me to die. They want me to just not be here anymore. And what was really the hardest thing about that time and continuously after that is, what really bothered me the most was that the people that knew you all of your life didn't see any red flags or signs of PTSD, of trauma, or even when I did say that I'm not okay, that still nothing was done. It just blew my mind that I don't want to cry. It's really important in life, I think. Like, if I had my own family or kids, I would constantly want to be in the know, or if I knew that they went through something. I don't know. I'm a visionary and I pay attention to a lot of things. That's why I'm a really good caregiver. I see when something is going wrong or something's bothering someone. I want to know. I want to know about it. I want to know what's going on. And I want to be there to help. If someone said to me, I'm suicidal and I don't feel good, I would be like, holy shit, sit the fuck down. What do you need? You need a glass of water? You want a shot of whiskey? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, let's figure this out. And, no one really took it seriously. And so that's also why I think I just pushed myself so hard to fight for what I wanted, and just really not to let the devil win, because the devil works through people, and sometimes it works through the people you love most. Everything on the surface looked Gucci, but really underneath there wasn't. And there wasn't enough people and understanding to really see that there was something going on underneath the surface. And sometimes it does look pretty and glitter, but it's really someone just living in hell. You never know when someone is literally on that edge. And so it's super important to really be kind to one another, or just life is all about communication and understanding. And when you don't have those two in any parts of your life, you never know when something can really happen. And a lot of people talk about suicide after the suicide happened. So it's important to talk about, I think, in my situation, that I was almost there and why I didn't. And why I want to let everyone know who feels that way is you're letting them win. You're allowing other people to win. And instead of just proving to yourself and being strong, because I really today know how strong I am. I'm stronger than I ever even could imagine. Like, I can literally go through anything. That's why I know I will always survive. I'm a survivor. I pulled myself out of a huge, deep hole, and I did it all myself. And you can do it too. I did have some people around me that I spoke to once in a blue moon, but I was doing the work every day along with just having my faith.
That's a lot.
Suicide is the second cause of death between 18 and 24-year-olds. I know what it's like to not have the support. And many people will say, well, you know, we did support you or whatever. Well, there's different types of support. You want to talk? Message me. Come on over to this side. I'm an open book, guys. I will tell you anything and everything. I'm free. I'm free. I'm open. You know, I talk about things freely because I think it's important to talk about it. Like I said, I grew up with no communication in my household whatsoever, that literally all I want to do is communicate. You would think that it would be the opposite, but it's not. I want to talk. I want to know. I want people to know. I don't say things for people to feel sorry for me. I don't care for the pity. I don't even have time for it. I really don't. I just want people to know that they're not alone, because I was alone. This is a reminder, honestly, guys. Check in on those whom, you know, you think might need to be checked on, and, you know, send them a message. We live such a fast-paced world. All it really does take is a text message. Check up on them. Hey, how you doing? Just wanted to say hello. If you need me, I'm here. You know, if you can't talk at that specific time, hey, I'm free during this time if you need to talk. That's really all it is. It's really just a simple thing. Shout out to those people who really heard what I was saying instead of just assuming. Take action to prevent things from happening. You see something, like, you know, those signs on the train, if you see something, say something. It's that. You know, some people don't want to get involved, or they want to, you know, just stay out of it and whatnot. Sometimes all it is maybe just your voice that person needs to hear that day. I hope that you guys resonate with this project. I hope you guys love this music video as much as I do, because it means so much to me. And that you guys learn and inspired by this. And this is only the beginning of my life.
I can go where I wanna go.